Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm coming to you live from the cab of my John Deere 8850. I'm operating a 30-foot Case IH 415 roller harrow in the back, and I'm working on backing down some ground for our local plow day here in western Kentucky and near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's the Hale Fennel Memorial Plow Day coming up October 7th. Hi, King Randy. Thanks for joining in. Just thought I'd share some cab time with everybody tonight from the seat of my John Deere 8850. Nice to see some people joining in. Hello, Kelvin. Always enjoy hearing where people are watching from, whether you're here in the United States or Canada or somewhere else in the world. Got a person here from Georgia. Thanks for joining in. Just joining in, I'm cruising along here in my John Deere 8850. This was the only John Deere ever built with a V8 engine. Hello to everybody joining in. Hello to Northeast Louisiana. Yes, King Randy, I enjoy getting a chance to live stream from the field when I'm not recording a full-length video or shorts. It's nice to be up in the seat of a tractor too. Hello to Northern Ireland. Thank you for joining in. It's always great to hear where people are watching from. It just amazes me how many people like watching tractors on YouTube from around the world. Hello to Southern Indiana. Cruising along here with the roller harrow, or it's also known as a cultimulcher. Might be able to see it back there in the dust. We haven't had any rain here in western Kentucky in about 2 weeks, and it's getting a little dry. Please feel free to ask any questions. I always enjoy getting a chance to visit live with viewers. Just talk about tractors and farming. Big Tractor Power. I'm really looking forward to the plow day here on October 7th. There's always lots of good tractors. Hello to Maine on the Canadian border, definitely potato country. I would love to get to Maine and Nova Scotia and see the potatoes and carrots and everything else. Why did I choose the 8850? It's one of the tractors I own, and just thought it'd be fun to take it out. I really haven't had a chance to run it in over a year. So when the plow day comes up, it's kind of my chance to run it. If you're looking out ahead of me, how many acres is this field? It's a big field. I'd say it's probably close to a 1,000-acre block here. Not for the whole plow day. If you look out ahead of me, though, you might see my 786 there sitting up by the road, and now I'm gonna see if we can get the wheels up here and turn the tractor and the harrow around. So there's the 4786 parked over there, another good V8 tractor. So you can kind of see the scope of this field. It's pretty big. It's a total of 2,200 acre block if you jump the roads. So once they get out here with combines, they can go for a while. So I'm gonna get our controls right. There we go. All right, we're back on the next pass. Hello to Brazil. So the ground's working up pretty nice. Just packing it in so when the plows come, it'll be a little firmer. One of the issues, like when you're going a half century of progress or 100 years of horsepower, is when you're on corn stalks, the older plows, they just kind of choke up or windrow the stalks. So they like to pre-work the field so everybody just gets a good chance to plow and you don't hang up on stalks. Well, thank you for the comments, everyone. I appreciate you watching. I'd say I'm probably going about 5 miles per hour here. Why is there a post in the middle of the field? Well, if you see where all those weeds are, those are drains. They're tiles out here to drain the field. So they kind of go all the way across it. I think I saw a question of what is my favorite tractor that I own. I'd say my International 4786. This 8850 is really cool, and I also have a Ford FW30 I just took to Rantoul, and I have a Steiger Tiger 1 and 2. So I'm kind of getting the lineup of tractors. I need to get them all together at some point. So let me tell you a little bit about this 8850. It's a 1982 model, and I took it to the Classic Green Reunion in Lebanon, Tennessee this summer. And when I bought this tractor, it had the grill was painted black, and I wanted to make it look factory with the green. So I had the grill taken off in the side panels and repainted, and underneath the hood it said 009 8681, and 1982 is when this tractor was introduced. And looking at my serial number, the serial number started at 2000, and this tractor was built through 1988. There are 1,734 8850s built. I think I'm right on that number. But this is serial number 9, so it's the 10th one built, and with an 81 written under the hood. I'm guessing it may have been a pre-production or introduction model for the V8s. Actually, in the 70s, there was a prototype 8830 that I have a picture of, and a prototype 8840 with that 955 cubic inch engine. So, cool tractor in John Deere's history, and it's fun to be driving one here this evening. The sun's going down quickly. Fall is here, but looking forward to working a few acres and kicking up a little dust. Well, I'd like to hear where everybody's from or ask any questions. I'll try to answer them. It's always nice to hear these V8 engines just purr along in the field. Yes, you know, I saw my first electric tractor, a Farmall 75C, at the Farm Progress Show. I'd be very interested to see one in operation and what it can do. Do I have 3 tractors? I actually currently have 5 tractors. Hello to Glasgow, Kentucky, just up the road. I always like to go see some dairy farming over there. How many acres is this field? I think it's in about a 1,000-acre block. It's a big field. The home farm is just over there. This is where I filmed my friend Matt. They're running their X9s down the road here. And Billy, just did an interview with him about what he thinks of the X9. And keep asking your questions. They kind of flash by and I don't see them all. How does the 8850 compare to... The 8850 is a great tractor. Actually, the last time I had these tractors out 2 years ago, I did a head-to-head comparison of the 8850 and 4786. I haven't produced that video yet, but I think it'll be a fun one to show. There are things I like about my 4786 International. It's got a door that opens here and a door there. What I don't like about the International is it has a stick on the floor down here, where everything on the John Deere is right here. The International, your hydraulics are back there, and that kind of makes it tough. But you also don't have this bar here on the International. You got just big square windows. And if your air conditioning goes out, all the windows open up on the International. And that's kind of handy too. Because with older tractors, you never know on the air. Tonight, the air is blowing nice and cold up here on the air conditioning bank. Keep asking your questions. If I didn't answer it, ask again, and I will try to answer. I'm sorry I saw one go by, but I couldn't read it all. Just keep on asking. Thank you, Millard. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would like to cover more Minneapolis Moline tractors. You know, it's funny. You don't think anything of seeing an International 706 or 806 or Ford John Deere 4020, but you don't see a lot of Molines still in the field in comparison. You know, see a lot of nice restored ones, but I've got a friend in Iowa that loves running them, and he's always a good source. Everything from the A4T 1600 down to a G950. So hopefully I'll get to catch him this fall. We've been trying to work it out with a 3-row picker. Hold on a second, just got to make sure I get my implement up while we turn around here. I'll tell you one difference on these tractors compared to the new ones is I've got the lights on, but the lighting is nothing compared to the new tractors. They really light it up. I just filmed an AGCO DT205B on a grain cart last weekend at night, at the same time of night, and it was running, that was a 2011 model, it was running with a 2023 Gleaner, and the lighting package on the 2023 model is just so much better. All right. Throttle her back up. Looks like it's working up pretty good. What tractors do I have? The first tractor I bought was an International 4786. Then I got this John Deere 8850. I have a Steiger Turbo Tiger 1 and a Turbo Tiger 2. I've taken the Turbo Tiger 1 to Ram Tool and Half Century Progress Show in 2021. And this year I found a very nice FW30 in the spring and purchased that, and I had that at the Half Century Progress Show this year. So all V8 tractors. I've kind of been collecting V8 tractors, and you can pick them up pretty inexpensively compared to row crop tractors. So it's kind of been fun. You know, each tractor I purchased are ones I wanted to film and share on Big Tractor Power, and I just can't find them working out in the field very easily. So I took matters in my own hand and I run them and film them. What am I pulling? I'm pulling a Case International 415 roller harrow, or you might call it a cultivulture. It's got teeth in the middle and rollers on either side, and I'm packing this ground in. It was disced up, and now I'm packing it. So when they come to plow for the plow day, they'll have a good firm surface to plow through with the antique tractors. Have I ever seen a game tractor? I have not. Does the 8850 have quad range or power shift? It's a quad range. It's right down here. Hello to the Netherlands. Yeah, if you're watching now or you watch later, I always enjoy hearing where people live and where they're watching from. Also, tell me about your favorite tractor in the comments. I always enjoy seeing that. How much is the cost for an MT775E tractor? Oh, I think they were easily high 400,000s. They're all Fendt now. You can't buy a Challenger. What am I planting now? I'm not planting anything. I'm working up ground for a plow day. This is just for recreational tillage. So there's going to be a plow day here on October 7th in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And this will be out in this field over to those barns. So we're really looking forward to it's the Hell Fennel Memorial Tractor Plow Day, and it'll be October 7th, starting at 9:30 a.m. with a safety meeting and plowing. So it should be a good day. This is called the John Reeves Extension where I'm at. It's a gravel road, but they'll load all the tractors and plows up here by the road. Loaded northern United Kingdom. When are the 2023 Lafayette Show tractors coming? I am not sure. They have a Facebook page, you might ask there. I've got a neat set of 1/64 four-wheel drive tractors coming out from the Toy Tractor Times, celebrating its 40th anniversary. It's going to be a Office Blue Steiger Panther 2, the first serial number International 6788 2+2, and a post Case IH merger 4894 Case four-wheel drive. It has orange decals and red paint. It was made just before they printed up Case International decals, so that'll be out in November at Case IH dealers for the Toy Tractor Times, and that's a project that I worked on through my toy side of things. They have the white 4270. Some people talk about their favorite tractors. That's a really cool tractor. The corn raised here where I live in Kentucky is used for feed and ethanol. We have a very successful ethanol plant in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, just over that tree line. Actually, all the byproducts go to feed chickens and pigs and cows. The corn here also is sold to make Jack Daniels, just south of Nashville, Tennessee. All the winter wheat raised here in Christian County, Kentucky, we're known as the batter capital of the world. If you're enjoying Red Lobster cheddar cheese biscuits, Cracker Barrel pancakes, or McDonald's breakfast biscuits, all the wheat that is milled for those comes from right here and is raised in this very field. So we had a question about this spot over here. That's a drain. The water goes down in there and drains away. Yes, we have a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken for sure. Go to Lima, Ohio. How big is my farm? 0 acres, unfortunately. I would love to farm. I would like to have a farm, but I joke that I'm $1 million short of the sandbox I would like to play in. I really would like to farm. But I do appreciate the opportunity to be able to have a few tractors and do a little bit of tillage like this. Hello to England. I really enjoy having people watch from the UK. Alright, give me a second here and we'll go on another pass. There's my 4786 sitting over there. Another good V8 Powered tractor. There you can kind of see the rollers as I turn around. Get back on course. Back there. See, it's a Case IH 415 roller harrow or a pulp mulcher. At the time the 415 was made, it was a farmhand manufactured that for Case International, and later it was sold as a Glencoe, and then a Landau. So a lot of different variations of it. What is my favorite time of day to film equipment from King Randy? I'd say probably from 10 to noon. The sunlight's always the best. I really don't like filming at this time of night because it gets blurry and it's hard to see. And for some reason, nighttime videos just don't do as well on social media. I don't know what it is. I think it's neat to see all the lights, but you get far less views. You get the most views on a blue sunny day. And versus if it's overcast, or you get into that 3, 4, 5 o'clock time, then you can only film kind of in one direction because the sun's in your eyes. I really would like to do a video and sometimes on the frustrations I have filming just clouds. Sometimes you have this beautiful sunny day and you're waiting for an implement to come, and then this cloud hangs over you and it just kind of grays out the implement or the tractor or the combine. And then as soon as that machine's gone, then it's sunny. And then when it comes back, the cloud blocks the sun again. So sometimes you don't get filming done as fast as you'd like fighting with the clouds. Oh, please ask your questions. I've been talking a lot and missing a few here. If I didn't answer it, just keep on asking. Work all night, sleep all day. Well, I like to work a good part of the day. But we're getting a very pretty sunset here tonight. Fall is definitely here. I'd say about 75% of the corn harvest is done here now. Started a little later. Oh, very nice, Chad. Versatile 700 is a great tractor. I filmed one up in Montana. Yeah, filming in the rain is tough. I have taken an umbrella out there to film in the rain just to get a shot, because sometimes it's not raining enough to slow the equipment down. I lost the camera in a rainstorm. I was filming a square baler baling straw, and I got caught out in the middle of a thunderstorm and a downpour, and the camera was toast. We can see those work lights out there. Do I have a favorite YouTube channel? I like all the farming channels. My friend Ethan, he has a great channel called Oliver 66 Farm Boy. I really enjoy watching him farm with classic Olivers. My friend Josh, who helps film for Big Tractor Power in New York State, Tractor Chasers is another good channel. He catches a lot of good stuff. I really like farm fixing and fabricating up in New York State. I enjoy watching the mechanics of farm equipment, seeing people tear into stuff and rebuild it. I really do enjoy seeing the dairy operation of farming, fixing, and fabricating. I enjoy, my friend Tom has a new YouTube channel from Western New York called The Way We Farm. That's a great channel. Ohio Ag YouTube is good. Definitely like watching Zach and Millennial Farmer, the Welkers, Peterson Brothers, How Farms Work, all great channels. Mike Less, he does a great job. He's going all over the country filming some really cool stuff. He's got a good channel too. I'd be happy to take any other questions you have. See those lights back there in the side mirrors. Definitely not going to finish this field tonight. I've got to go all the way over to where those barns are. So I'm going to try to come back out here on Saturday. I think we're going to get rain for a couple days, and maybe there'll be a little less dust to work up. Duffy Ag. I really enjoy Chris Duffy too. He's got a great channel and everything he's doing. Can we get a video of all my tractors? That would be fantastic. They are in different locations. 2 of them are in Illinois, and the other ones are here. But someday the goal is to get all the tractors together with implements and put on a big show. Right now, the only implement I own is this 415 Cultimulture. It's a great implement for plow days, but other than that, it's not. I'd like to get a disc. I saw a question about not owning a farm. I do not. I wish I did. I wish I could do some custom tillage or something with these tractors. They mainly only get used for the plow day. Honestly, I wish I had more opportunities with them. Moon's coming out up there. make sure I got my wheels back down there. It's so dusty, it's hard to see the implement. I'm going to stop here just to make sure that I've got it down. See that there. There we go. I didn't have the wheels quite all the way up. Same moon as the Netherlands. It's amazing to see how it is seen around the world. I really appreciate you watching from the Netherlands. Keep asking questions. I'm sorry I only see 2 of them at a time, so when I answer one, I lose the rest. Again, if you're watching or just joining in, I'm in the cab of my 1982 John Deere 8850. This is a 370 horsepower tractor. It has a 955 cubic inch John Deere engine. It has a 3-point PTO. I'd love to run a grain cart on this sometime, like a John Deere 650 cart would be neat. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. 1982 was a good year. I do not do any 3D printing. I enjoy collecting farm toys. I had a farm display, 1/64 of a lot of 3D printed items, but I do not print or assemble any 3D items. Have I ever had a farmer tell me no filming? I have been taking pictures since 1986 when I was in 3rd grade, and I have never been turned away. I know that day will come, but most of the time when I see farmers, they're very welcoming, and I have not been turned away from a filming opportunity. I do need auto steer. It's not the best way to be holding an iPhone and also trying to keep that line. I've been a little wavy here. But they're going to come through here and plow this all up again. So we're going to have, again, if you're just joining in, October 7th, there will be the Hal Fennell Memorial Plow Day here in Hopkinsville, Kentucky at Garnet Farms on the John Reeves Road Extension, which is a gravel road. I don't know if you can still see the barn up there, but it's going to be right in this very field. I would love to film Chris Duffy's 8820. He was telling me about that at the Half Century show. 8820 is definitely one of the coolest combines from the 80s. I don't know that I'll get a chance. A very good friend of mine that has a dairy farm in New York also just picked up an 8820 Turbo, and I'm hoping my friend Josh from Tractor Chasers on YouTube is going to get that one filmed for me. Josh did catch that same dairy farm that just got the 8820 with their 6620 and 7720 last fall, which was on Big Tractor Power. They had a Steiger PTA Cougar 3 on an Oxbow dump cart hauling the corn off the combines, which was cool. There was a question I saw, what crop will go into this field here? This was a tobacco field, and they will plant winter wheat here starting October 10th. Oh, I just missed another question. What was my most favorite video? Without a doubt, filming the Big Bud 747 in Montana in a 3,000 acre field with an 80-foot chisel plow. I'm friends with the Williams brothers that own the Big Bud 747, and I always felt that, you know, if you have a channel called Big Tractor Power, you should have the world's largest tractor on the channel. The problem was the tractor's been in a museum in Iowa for several years, and you know, the tires were original from 1978, and they were getting dry rotted and cracked, and it really wasn't possible to take the 747 out to the field anymore. And with the Titan LSW tires, which were added to the tractor back in 2020, it was possible to go back to the field, and the Williams were so kind to just have me up there for a day in Montana, all to myself, out in the field with that tractor and that 80-foot chisel plow. We were on the Missouri River. I found out that Lewis and Clark, who mapped the western United States under Thomas Jefferson when he was president, camped out on the base of that field, and it was an amazing day of filming and just getting to see that tractor go. So that by far is my all-time favorite. I recently just filmed a John Deere 5820 self-propelled chopper. Hold on a second. I'm gonna lift up here. And I worked for 5 years to put together 50 years of John Deere self-propelled choppers. And I was able to find one chopper from all 50 years to put in this video, except for the 5820, which was built in the early 80s, and I just got to film one, and it was running John Deere forage wagons, and it honestly was like being back in the 80s, and that was a great day in the field this fall. That's been my favorite experience from 2022. Up and get our line straightened out here. I think I'll make one more pass and call it a night. I have filmed out in this field many times. There's a video the first year in 2012 when the 9560R came out from John Deere. We had a drought that year, and the corn did terrible. It was like 17 bushels an acre, and none of the herbicides were able to activate because it was so dry that year. And then it rained during corn harvest, and it rained, and it made it muddy to harvest this lousy crop, and all these weeds came up. And I filmed that 9560R, which had that all new look for John Deere 4-wheel drives, right in this very spot that I'm driving now. And the grass and the weeds were waist high, and people were asking, was that a CRP field? When did they harvest it? And I'm like, they harvested it 2 days ago. It was so terrible, but it was just cool seeing that big tractor on triple tires pulling a Wishick disc, and it was just plowing the weeds and the corn stalks under. So that was just a fun memory from this field. And we'll bump up our speed a little bit here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the $10. That was very kind of you. 2 weeks with rain, that's Wyoming. Yes, I know. The West is just so much drier. We're very lucky that we have the moisture that we do here. Turn on the interior lights. That's a good question. I don't know that I can see where they are at the moment. I have not been behind the wheel of this tractor in 2 years doing field work, so it's I can't turn the flashlight on my phone to find them. I'll have to do that next time. Yeah, there is no, GPS on this tractor means got power steering. That's what it's got for GPS. But it's a cool tractor, and it's a lot of fun to run this V8 machine out here. Might be able to see out the back window better now with the lights than the front. But the sun is definitely disappearing for the day. Again, I really appreciate that donation of the $10 for the super chat. I'm gonna have to replace a few of the rollers here on this Cultimulture this winter. That'll help go towards head fund. Yeah, we have a lot of great sunsets here in Western Kentucky. I just got to drive the Case IH 715 quad track at the Farm Progress Show. That was a really nice tractor. I really enjoyed operating that, and really didn't have to operate it. You just kind of flip a switch up here on the steering wheel, hit a GPS button down here, and it just drives itself. It's just so smooth and quiet. Hopefully we'll see a 715 quad track here in Western Kentucky this fall. How far am I from Harlan County? I would guess a good 4.5 hours. Have I ever driven a Fendt? Yes, I drove a Fendt 1050 this spring with a 52-foot field cultivator, and it had triples on the back, and all the tires can raise and lower the air pressure from field to road, and that was a great tractor. I got to run that for about 45 minutes by myself with a field cultivator. I just did a video on that tractor on a grain cart. That's my most current video on Big Tractor Power YouTube. And if you watch it to the end, there's a little bit of footage of it there with the triple tires on it. That was really cool. You know, farmers always invite me to drive their tractors, and I would just enjoy spending a day running a combine or a tractor. But I'm so busy wanting to film it and share it with you, I don't get this opportunity very often to be behind the wheel. Well, we're coming down here to the end again. Well, there was a question, when will you see me in my tractor? I'm in my tractor right now. This is a 1982 John Deere 8850. What's my favorite four-wheel drive brand? Steiger. The green Steigers by far are my very favorite. And make sure those wheels are going up. I just like Steiger tractors. I grew up seeing a lot of them in Western New York State, and you know, when you saw a Steiger sitting in somebody's yard, that big lime green tractor in the early 80s, I mean, it meant they were farming. So they're very cool tractors, but I like all brands. My goal on Big Tractor Power is to share every tractor from the Ford 8N all the way up to the Big Butt 747. I'm hoping we'll see a Ford 8N out here at the Plow Day, because I really don't have any videos or shorts on Ford 8Ns. Well, I'm going to just slow the tractor down here and make sure my wheels are in the right spot here to get the dust off of it. I think they can go up a little bit more. There they go. So this is, again, a 30-foot Case IH 415 roller harrow, or you might call it a cultimulcher, and it's just packing the ground down here. And we'll take off again. Yeah, the John Deere V8 has a great sound. Will I feature any steam engines? I would love to. I really want to get a chance to feature that Case 150. I think that's an amazing story. All the Case 150s that were ever built were scrapped, and a person completely built one from scratch. So it's that is one I would love to see on Big Tractor Power. Another tractor I really want to feature some more, if you saw my Big Tractors Plowing at the Half Century of Progress show gentleman has recreated the DMI test tractor, which was built to tear apart the DMI Tigers and Rippers and Plows and all those good things that were built. DMI is now part of Case IH. He built, it's called the 10X 890. It's a John Deere 8960 with a Caterpillar engine in it, and it's cranked up to 890 horsepower. And this gentleman wanted it, and he talked to Bill Dietrich, who owns the original 10X 890, and Bill told him how to build it, and he built it. I think that's a really cool thing to do, and we got a little footage of it at Half Century. It's the cover of that video from the show, but I'd like to get some more time with that and tell the full story of the 10X 890 with that Caterpillar engine. Cat C18. Have I seen a Claas 12 650? I have gotten to drive the 12 590 Xerion. Very nice tractor. Filmed that this summer, running a Horsch Tiger tillage implement, and we'll have a full feature on that coming up this fall. You know, it's funny, if you put tillage out in the middle of the summer, people are less likely to watch it. If I filmed the John Deere 48 row corn planter, you know, this spring, and I put that video out tomorrow here in October, less people are going to watch it, unfortunately. I think it's just a cool implement, and I would watch it no matter what time of year. But I have found it's better to put tillage out in the fall and planting in the spring. People feel more connected to it as it's happening. Any plans to film in Ontario? I very much want to get to Ontario. I follow some very cool farms from Ontario on Instagram, and definitely would like to get up there. I did go to Quebec in 2018 and filmed some really cool Fendt tractors up there, Massey Ferguson's, and I would like to get to Ontario. It just only so many hours in the day and weeks in the year to get where I want to go. I'd love to get up into Saskatchewan and the Canadian Plains and see all the big air drills up there. Have I filmed a Kinsey repower? Yes, a friend of mine, Alex Kerr, who actually sold me this Mulcher that I'm running back there. He has a very nice 8850 Kinsey repower, and that's on Big Tractor Power YouTube. If you just look on YouTube, 8850 Kinsey repower, I'm sure you'll see it. It's pulling a chisel plow. Watch myself up here because I know there's a drainage spot. I don't want to drive over the top of it. I appreciate everybody watching tonight. We've got 101 people on right now, or I'm sorry, it's 101 likes, 66 people watching. So I'm always glad that I get a chance to show you what I'm doing live and talk with people. And again, I like to, you know, if you're watching this later or now, I like to hear where you're watching from, which country, and I also like to hear what your all-time favorite tractor is, or if there are tractors or combines you'd like me to find to film and feature in the future. You know, I have not filmed a Porsche tractor. I think a Porsche tractor would be very cool. I saw a Porsche tractor where I grew up in New York State when I was a kid. It was, I'm going to guess, from the early 50s. But I would love to get to feature a Porsche. Yes, I try to do live videos. I would love to do more. It's just a matter of if I'm doing this, then I'm not filming the tractor or the combine at work. I may try to do a live video from the field this Saturday. Maybe a ride along in a combine. I'd really like to do a ride along with my friend Matt. He's out there shelling corn in an X9 1100 right now. So we'll see. Maybe this Saturday we'll get that chance. Yeah, I would really, I talked to Nick quite a bit. I would like to get the opportunity to, let me just slow down here. They have a KT 525 Big Bud. There are 4 series of Big Buds. Series 1 is 250 and 320 horsepower, and Series 2 is like the KT 450 and 525, and then Series 3 includes the 747, 525, 650, all the way down to I think a 340 or 320. And then there's Series 4, which are pretty rare. I've got a Series 4 370 on Big Tractor Power. And then we've got the new one coming out, which is still in the development stages. I got to see that at Farm Progress. But I really would like to feature the Welker's KT 525. At one time, that would have been the world's biggest tractor. The tractor in here and call it a day. I have to say that while the new lights are great, and it'd probably be cool to put some really bright lights on this tractor, I do like keeping the tractor as factory as possible. As I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, this is serial number 9, which I think makes it a pretty cool part of John Deere history. It's an early 8850. Find my pickup truck here. All right, hold on with me if I can see the gonna have to put my flashlight on here. There we go. There we go, now we got it in park. So, some people wanted to see the cab, and now I've got a flashlight on here. So there's the dashboard with everything, and up here is the air conditioning, which I'm very thankful that it's running because it's been in the mid-80s here today. And we've got a radio here. I hit my head on that once and knocked off the that. I got to find a replacement for that knob. But other than that, the cab's very nice. There's our quad range and all the implements. We'll put the wheels up on that. Let me see if I had this tractor detailed and really cleaned up nicely to take the classic green. Over here there's a box to keep the owner's manual in. All the interior is in really good shape, and just a neat older tractor. So while I'm letting the engine cool down, any last questions before we call it a night? I really enjoy getting a chance to visit with everybody. I'm sorry if I didn't get to answer all of your questions. You can put them in the comment section and I'll try to answer them. Just enjoy the opportunity to share tractors with everybody. Oh, looks like we got someone coming out here to visit. So, no, just someone coming off that other farm across the road. I'm glad you could come for the ride. Thank you, Icon. Thank you, Wim. Yeah, it's pretty smoky and dusty looking out here. I really hope we get a rain in the next couple of days, so when I try to do some more work on this field, it's not quite as dusty. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll have some more Big Tractor Power videos out. I do a YouTube short every day, and we'll be getting some more fall harvest up here soon. So thank you for watching. At the end of this, again, please tell me what your favorite tractor is or where you're watching from the world. And I appreciate all the farmers that let me visit their farms to film, and all the viewers that enjoy seeing these tractors. Have a good night.